Gaming Bets. We accept bets on computer games online since 2011. Referral system for regular users and the first deposit bonus. Gaming devices store and the best choice of payment systems. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, Counter-Strike and StarCraft, World of Tanks and League of Legends. EGB.com. You know for sure who's going to win.
Getting tired of playing with the usual skins but don't have enough money to buy a new one? Get rich fast with csgofast.com. CS Go Fast. It's a strong chance of winning in every game. Several rooms with different game modes. Daily, more than 1,000 games, 5,000 players, and 25,000 skins at stake. You don't need much in order to sweep the board.
Angry because you missed a big play? Tired of staying up all night to create highlight videos?
Introducing LiveCap.tv. Simply press the capture button and bam! A highlight from the past 60 seconds will be instantly recorded.
Get posts from streamers and fans around the world. Achieve legendary status Kappa.
Hello guys, and welcome to what will be Escape Gaming versus, well, they're now called Metapods. I don't really want to comment on their name because it's a bit weird. Like they're named after a Pokemon. Like I was just thinking maybe that was just me. Maybe I thought, yeah, no, there must be some other meaning for the word Metapods. No, literally just named themselves after the Pokemon, as you can see from 3 of the logos. Yes, this is an English stream, just about. I do have a bit of a cold. But anyway, we're going to be going into this one relatively shortly. I'm just going to try and throw up a few of the bets on the screen. You will see some FPS drops because I don't have a second monitor. Sorry guys, we're not all balling here. But yeah, just to bring up a few of the bets. Obviously, both in favor of Escape. We did see them. Okay, I didn't put the percent sign in. Wait. Here we go. Look at this. This is... There we go. There we go. There we go. Now it actually says the right thing. But as said, you can see both betting sites, all the bettors do favour Escape Gaming. Unless, of course, you forget to put a percent sign in, then for some reason 31 becomes bigger than 69. I don't know how that works. But anyway, guys, we are here with Metapods, the ex-Torpedo, for anybody who was wondering. They did recently part ways with their organisation. In fact, it was so recent, it happened literally last night. I actually checked out their Twitter. I think it was about 18 hours ago when this split happened, so... I'm not sure how this is going to affect them mentally. It may actually positively affect them in a way, just because, like, if it was them who got kicked from the organisation, you could sort of have to prove them wrong sort of style. But as said, we saw, I think it was literally a few days ago, it may have been yesterday, in the Kingwin Cup, we saw the exact same sort of game, and it was actually a 2-0 to Escape. So I'm not holding my breath here for the Torpedo guys, but it would be a great way to, well, prove themselves. I honestly, I'm guessing this is just they're now not under an org at the moment, because I can't imagine there being an org called Metapod. I'm being allowed to use that image without being sued. Like, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Nintendo, but I'm pretty sure they sue most people who try and steal anything to do with their game. I think there was a guy who actually made a game completely, like, it was awesome, and they got it banned. So yeah, I don't think they would be allowed to use that. That's just my opinion on that matter. But yeah, we're going to be going into this one relatively shortly. We'll see Metapods start off on the CT side. We do have Overpass, then Mirage, and then possibly Cobblestone if it goes that far. And well, Barber has just explained that Flashy is lagging balls, so yeah, I feel like we'll be getting underway in a matter of minutes. But this is going to be Metapods versus Escape. This is in the second stage of the Star Ladder I-League. And don't forget, guys, if you check out in the description, some of our sponsors are down there. They'll give you some nice stuff. I'm pretty sure there was something, I think I was told along the lines of you can actually win prizes if you're a subscriber and you go to the esports betting site, so, or esports pools even. So yeah, there's some nice stuff out there for you guys, especially for the guys who actually subscribe to the channel, so make sure you check that one out. But yeah. Also, don't forget to check out EGB. You can check me out on Twitter as well if you, for some reason, feel the need to do so. I don't blame you if you don't. I don't have the most exciting Twitter feed in the world. It's probably just me moaning about how bad I am at CS and telling you when I actually cast. But yeah, I'm actually interested in this one because I want to see how Metapods actually react to like leaving the organization, whether this is a positive stage or whether it's just like, oh god, what are we going to do now? But of course, they are a Swedish lineup. I think that it's a good thing because obviously it's like, yes, we are Swedish, we are some of the best players in the world. But it's also a slight curse because every time I do see a Swedish lineup, I automatically go, ah, they should win. They should be winning this. What do you mean they're not Fnatic? It's the same thing. They're all from Sweden. That's not racist at all. But yeah, as said, try not to knock my mic over. We're going to be going into overpass to start things off. Let me just check actually. Wait, I can check that on my phone. That's a better idea. I can check who actually picked the map, unless HLTV have actually got it up. Last time I checked, they did not. But yeah, either way, I feel like this map pool does slightly favour both teams, to be honest. Both are going to be very happy with how this one actually turned out. All the maps are not the. It always seems the more standard maps when these two face do get zoned out fairly quickly. We always end up with a sort of mirage coming in. I feel like that's normally in the map pool. Escape, they do like to play their cobble as well. So again, I'm not sure I even see, just after last time, I'm not sure I'm seeing this going to a third map. And if I'm really honest with myself, like really honest, I'm just so excited about the next one. We've got, for anybody who doesn't know, we've got Hellraisers versus Gambit. We've got Hellraisers who have just brought in Bondic after he left Flipside, which is a pretty cool addition. And then also we've got Spaze, who's recently joined, who is like a young Russian talent, only 18 years of age, and he's going to be joining up with the Hellraisers guys. So we've got a couple of new players actually coming into the lineups here. So it is going to be an exciting day for some CS. Obviously, if you're not too interested in the CIS scene, then maybe not so much. But I do think it'll be good. And wow, hopefully they're not. Well, I'm hoping for a good match, but I don't know. I feel like Escape have just been so good recently. Like, the only team that's really showed them up was Flipside themselves. And Flipside, for me, are one of the teams that could get to tier 1 at some stage. Like, they've got some players, although with Bondic leaving, you sort of think, maybe that one's gone. But, well, that countdown really didn't last very long. Looks like maybe a slight couple of technical problems. How's the ping looking? Does look like Flashy swapping in it. Oh, it's actually Metapods only have 4 players. So that will probably do the trick, if I'm honest. But, yeah, guys, today you'll have to bear with me a little bit. I am slightly ill. It was a little bit late notice me actually coming in to cast this game. So if you hear me, like, just go silent for a little bit, I'm probably either coughing or having a drink. Either one of those. So try not to get too salty in the chat. I know it's quite difficult. But, Space joined Gambit. That is because it's actually, yeah, Gambit are playing. Like, it's Gambit versus... Did I say a different name? I may have done. Gambit, either way, it's Gambit versus Hellraisers. Yeah, Space joined Gambit and Bondic joined Hellraisers. So, yeah. Either way. Interesting. But, yeah, let me just check. Who picked each map? That's what I'm actually interested in. We have a Torpedo picked Overpass and Escape picked Mirage, and then the final map was Cobble. So that's perfectly understandable for the map pool. We did see Escape really struggle against Flipside the other day, though. So I'm hoping they'll step it up today. I think that was actually last Wednesday. It's been busy for me because I went out to Lithuania to do LAN there, which was a lot of fun. Although I didn't sleep very much at all. When you get back to your hotel at 6 AM, you know, either you've been casting till 4:30 and then gone drinking, or you've just gone drinking. And mine was actually the earlier stage for once, very late night. So, as said, you have to bear with me a little bit. But yeah, I think the map pool definitely suits both teams. Hopefully we're going to be going into this now with just 5 seconds left on the clock. But here we go. Oh no, never mind, someone dropped. I was thinking, did he just beat his own teammate? That seems a little bit extreme, but no, we've had someone drop yet again, so unfortunately that does mean this isn't going to be starting just yet. This really doesn't want to start. They just want to burn my voice out as much as possible. But yeah, as I said, I'm looking forward to seeing who actually comes out better from this one, because, well, the Gambit guys, who did they drop? Did they drop? I can't actually remember who dropped out of the team to bring in Spade. But yeah, they dropped the player and then brought in Spades, and I think that's actually a very good addition. I do feel sorry. Okay, I was wondering what's going on. It seemed like they were actually playing this round. Just like, what? No, this isn't happening. Come on, you don't even have a player in the server. Waylander, of course. Yeah, Waylander. How could I forget Waylander? And that was actually quite shocking for me after the sort of performance that he did have. What was it, on Cash versus Envious? And you sort of look like, what? How on earth did that happen? Like, I think Spades as a potential, like, this is one word that I have to take in CS terms, and I have to say that I absolutely hate it, but it is the right word in this situation. Like, Spades, he's only 18, he's got great potential, sort of the same way that loads of youngsters have great potential, but it's kind of meaningless if nothing actually comes of it, as whereas Waylander, you actually saw him go absolutely ham. Oh god, don't start the Ent stuff. Yeah, I do realize he could join Ents. He is a Finnish player. Would be interested in him and Alu meeting up, but no, I don't know about that one. But finally, it looks like we are going into the pistol round. We have actually quite a lot of utility coming in for Escape. We're going to be seeing the P250 coming in onto Barber as well. So a slight raid boss, nothing too major just yet. And actually, he's going to take a little bit of a tag early on. But they are going to be using that connector area to push up mid. And a nice kill for Flashy, opening things up. Down, he does return one back though. So it is an even trade so far. But actually, Decent goes down. It's not even Downey. I'm not sure where Downey actually died in this scenario. So yeah, interesting to say the least. We've already seen now the T's with the man advantage, and as you can see, they're slowing things down a little bit. Well, now the aggression comes in. We're going to see DeadFox picking up another kill of the Darty, and now, well, Ade, going to have, well, quite a bit of work on his hand. That was a nice nade, and the headshot to follow up does finish off one. He's going to find himself another. Don't have the X-ray on, but now that's going to appear, and actually, he's doing some nice work. If he can find one more, he's going to give his team a chance, and, well, this is all going to be on Ada. Not going to find Slap as of yet, but a triple kill for him already. Slap's with the double himself, so will it be the quad? Now we're going to see what Slap can actually do here. He can play the sort of bamboozle style role, where he just sort of like, I'm going to go sneaky, but it looks like he's just going to go straight for that plant over towards the B side. At least guarantee his team some money into the next round and those third round AKs, but he's going to want to take this one. He has the HP. There is a kill on Ada. And, well, actually, considering he's got 3 kills, he doesn't have any armor either. So, actually quite impressive stuff from him. That's going to make a lot of noise, though. And his position should be well known. Obviously, he only needs to hit the headshot, but that's a lot easier said than done. The kit will mean that he can buy himself a little bit more time. Or just go for the straight defuse. And Slap actually going to spot him out. And, just in the last second, you just see Ada go, I could have held that. And Slap will close him down. So, it is going to be a 1-0, but a lot closer than it actually should have been in that one. And yes, for anybody in the chat, this is, of course, the old Torpedo lineup. They recently split it up yesterday. And, well, split up with their organizations. This wasn't like a breakup between them and their girlfriends. No, this was with their org. And, well, anyway, back into the round. Enough about their personal life. We're going to be seeing Ada. I think he's actually been brought up that scout by his teammate. Did get a triple kill in the last round. I'm going to find a bit of a tag onto the toes of Flash, which will actually take him down quite a bit of damage. On the opposing side, we're going to see 3 SMGs, a couple of rifles, and a nice shot from Addy. He's going to start things off, and that's a potential SMG, not going to be a rifle in their hands just yet, and it does look like the T's are actually going to edge into positions which will give them the more long-range duels. That's where these rifles really are beneficial. However, the Scout will be rotating around, and I actually quite like this. It's sort of like they're playing it as if it is an AWP. This position is absolutely lovely. I've seen players well, actually at the LAN I was at the other day, saw players using this, just jumping up and down. Obviously, there is still the chance they're just going to get their head absolutely destroyed. But it's still a nice little spot because you can actually see quite a lot. Although after a while, it does get quite irritating to watch, if I'm honest. And I would love it if auto direct. Actually, I'm going to change it myself because I can't stand him just watching jump up and down. We're going to be seeing Devfox pushing in. The Molotov actually going to push him into a position where he has to go aggressive, but it's going to be Downey who finds that first kill. Nice work already from the CT side. Nobody really taking any damage as of yet, and already a scout hit onto Slap as well, so this is going to be him quite low on HP. Darty going to come in behind using that oomph that he's found as well, and now it's only a 2 versus 4. At least Maeve going to find himself 1 kill into this, but it's still a very risky scenario at the moment for the T side. They still have 2 SMGs, but that AK is now in the hands of Darty, and already we're going to see Barber get tagged down. Downey will finish the job, and how he's going to get a tag onto Maeve as well. Maeve's only on 29 HP. This round is going absolutely catastrophically for Escape Gaming, and he's going to get sprayed through the wall. What a great read coming out from Darty, and I don't even know what happened there. Ada did a nice job with the scout, tagging up a few players. We also saw Darty manage to do wonders there. He picked up an which was gained from Ada's kill with the scout. He then goes and gets himself an AK and finished off the final player through the wall. So yeah, not a very good round coming out for sure from Escape Gaming, and not the best start to say the least. And already this man is going to have an AWP as well, which well, that's always dangerous in itself. They're going for the early peak. Not going to go too aggressive. We do see players like Oscar actually go all the way up Guardian as well. Just go completely all out aggressive, but not really worth it at the moment. They're only up against pistols, and there's always a risk when buying an AWP against pistols, because players with no armor, it doesn't matter if you have an AWP. So I would say that he's got to be careful here. Adder also going to take an early tag as well, so this round, it should be an easy one for Metapods, and it should be a great start for them into the half to get their money back. Obviously, they made some money picking up the rifle in the previous round, so I would say that this is their chance to get off to that great CT half. The money's always nice, but they don't want to give away any early frags. And Darty, he's going to take a peek, take down Slap. One of the deagles is out of their hands. Of course, in many cases now, you actually see the deagle favored over Kevlar just because of that one-tap capability. Well, just the ludicrous nature of the deagle in itself. It can change rounds on its own. Just look up any Nico highlight montage and you'll be able to understand why, or device as well. And, well, I think everybody knows that one happy clip that sort of should just be removed from the internet for just being mean to the, well, at the time they were TSM guys. So almost, can it be taken down for bullying? I'm not so sure, but we now see the T's. They're going to be gathering up. I think the main aim here is to try and get a plant down at least. That nade's going to do a nice amount of damage, but they're going to have Zende waiting as well with the AK. It should be a nice, easy cleanup, but there we go. Barber at least going to fire one, and the bomb looks like it's actually going to get planted as well. So Devfox doing the work that was needed. Darty taking the kill from quite far away, but actually that works out nicely.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Rip Mike. Static. Oh, why does it do this just on random occasions? I need to replace the cable. Right, I'm gonna have to... Yeah, I don't know what it is. The mic does sometimes do this. It normally means I have to quickly restart a couple of things. So, just gonna show this round quickly while I fix things out. Hopefully that will sort things. I will have to fix the sound. I realize there's not going to be any sound for this round, so unfortunately there's not really much I can do about this. I may just quickly jump out of the game and just hope I can sort things out very quickly. I know that the sound can be a pain, so if I just quickly run this, and I'll be back in a matter of seconds.
League Gaming Bets. We accept bets on computer games online since 2011. Referral system for regular users and the first deposit bonus. Gaming devices store and the best choice of payment systems. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, Counter-Strike and StarCraft, World of Tanks and League of Legends. EGB.com. You know for sure who's going to win.
Getting tired of playing with the usual skins?
Right, that should sort out any setup problems. Hopefully, that will fix the mic. As said, guys, apologies for that. I really do need to get onto Razer to try and sort out that problem. Haven't completely missed around, but in the meantime, we have seen Metapods get absolutely demolished. So, yeah, apologize. Hopefully, that will have sorted out the mic problems. It does. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a cable issue, but I will need to get onto that. Everything good? I'll just leave the chat open for a second, but it does look like we're going to be seeing the hunt now to try and take off the remaining weapon from Decent, and he's going to lose that one as well. So, didn't actually miss the end of the round, we just missed the absolute trouncing of the Metapod lads, so... yeah, hopefully, I'm really not sure. I'm actually going to have to just send that... maybe if someone... I know this is a big ask. If someone could odd shot that and tweet it at me, and then I would just tweet it at Razer. Just be like... What do I do about this? Because I genuinely, I've had this problem for a while now since I got this mic, and it's kind of not on. It's one of those things where I'm just like, I've had this a couple of months, and it just seems to be the problem. But as you can see, we're actually having a bit of a force buy coming out from Metapods. They're going to try and do a bit of damage. Downey and Ada clearly having a little bit of extra cash. Actually, Downey having a lot of extra money. Both MVPs as well, which it's always nice. It's always nice to have a couple of MVPs to your name. They're going to need to do quite a bit more into this one to try and close down. We obviously have Barber actually picking up the AWP. It does vary between him and DevFox throughout the maps. We actually see, I think DevFox, well, I would say he picks it up most of the time, but Barber is actually very, very good with the AWP. So it is always nice when you're a team that you have options. You see that actually from the Godsend guys. I've been casting them a little bit recently, and it's just like, oh wait, Schneider, no, now it's Twist. Oh, okay, well, Let Crow, he can AWP too, and it's just great when you see teams that do have flexible players. I think Fnatic are probably one of the primary examples, but at least Downey's going to be doing a little bit of damage here. We're going to see another kill coming out from Ada as well. Darty and Ada are actually still remaining here, but Barber, he's going to close down most of the hope left into this round. And, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. 3-2. And yeah, Escape slightly taken back. You do have to talk about this map as a whole. You do normally see most sides actually pick up more CT rounds, so although it does vary depending on the economy. The economy is the main thing with this map, because Molotovs, smokes, nades can be very, very effective, especially towards that B side, just because holding down the sort of monster area is just very, very easy when you just go, just going to throw a smoke, I'm going to throw a nade, I'm going to throw a flash, whatever, just to slow down any aggressive push. So I do feel like the utilities varied. Also, the AWP is something on the CT side of this map that is very, very effective. So the fact that we've only actually managed to see this once, and it was very, very early on, is sort of problematic at the moment. And actually quite a lot of aggression coming out at the moment we're seeing from the CT side. They've taken all the way over long. This does mean the short area is actually completely open, which a little bit worrying. You just sort of think that if they walk up here... Great drawing skills, by the way. But if they did walk up there, you'd sort of... that would be the round pretty much over. And, well, it's not going to help that Maeve has just found a kill as well, going towards the B side. We're going to see DevFox just playing slow. This is actually brilliant from the T side. They've just played so methodically that the CTs have gone, okay, let's try and find out a little bit of information. And they've instantly lost 2 players. We're going to be seeing Darty, though, spraying. Finds one back. Almost manages to pick up a second. Barber, oh my goodness. How has he got that kill? Slight mistake from Decent, but... See, in situations like that, this is where I realized that I could never be a pro player, because if I got down to that low HP, I'd just be like, I'm dead. Guys, it's over. I'm gone. Instead, Barber spins round, hits that shot. Lovely stuff from him. And now that's going to be 4-2. And Maeve, he's going to go on a little bit of farming, so... You got to remember as well, this is the map pick of Metapods. If they lose this one, they're going on to Mirage. And Mirage is a map that I know for a fact the Escape Gaming guys love. I got the pleasure of casting one of their, well, I think both of their first few games when they were switching over to the new organization. Obviously, these guys were Augurless before. Well, now they're playing against someone who's Augurless. Full circle. And, well, Maeve. Just going on a little bit of a farming mission here. Really, all the CTs want to do is try and get themselves some damage or some guns. Downey has still actually had a little bit of extra cash saved up. So he's got himself a CZ and armor, which is always nice. The CZ can be very deadly, especially at close range. And actually may have a chance to stop the bomb plant here. No real defense from his teammates, and that's lovely from Downey. Picks up 2. At least going to do a bit of damage into this round. Decent. I don't think he's long for this world, and Maeve is actually going to close him down in the meantime. So, yeah, a 5-2. At least we're going to see a nice little bit of work coming out there. But, yeah, it's not looking good so far for Metapods. I do feel like, I know this is just sort of me going back to the sort of Pokemon references, but why Metapod? Like, there's nobody who went, you know what? I really wish I could catch a Metapod. I think it was Metapod who's, literally it's only, was it Metapod or the one before? The only move was Harden. And, well, unless you're like Gary Glitter, I don't think that move's really useful. Zing. Oh, God. How long's it been? What, I've been casting 20-25 minutes and I've already made a Gary Glitter reference. For anybody who's not from the UK, don't Google Gary Glitter. Just don't. But, yeah, off that topic, we're going into the next round. We're going to be seeing an AWP picked up onto Darty as well. So at least now they are adding a little bit of addition to the game. I'm not too sure about playing it towards B, although if he does manage to find this pick, that would be lovely. Although Flashy just playing very, very passively at the moment. It is Metapod with only Harden. And yeah, Darty actually going to find that entry kill as well. So that is a lovely start to the round. Adder in a great position as well. Going to be going for the follow-up kill. He finds himself the second. This is a much better round coming out from the Metapods. In this, it looks like they have slightly hardened themselves up. And well, hopefully they'll be able to stay alive and catch all the remaining T's. Oh, Pokemon puns. Love it. Never mind. Barber going to ruin that one. He's going to give Decent a little bit of a haircut, take him down, and that's going to be a 4 versus 2 at the moment. Flashy and Barber, 2 players who can definitely change around Barber, especially with that AWP. Already seen him do some nice kills early on, and we're actually going to be seeing Zende find one more, though. This is going to make things nigh impossible now for Barber, and actually, with only 10 seconds left on the clock, the AWP save would be something he wants to try and achieve. Although, to be honest, they have the money to buy back up anyway. It's not going to be the worst thing in the world that he drops. That is a good point. Why didn't they call themselves Magikarp? Maybe because that would be a little bit fishy. Oh my god, I've got to just stop. I'm going to put this down to me being ill, even though I do this all the time. And, wow, double up setup now. So, switching things up completely. We're going to be seeing smokes raining in onto the B side. We're going to be seeing what looks like a faster play now for the T side, completely blinding up everyone. DevFox, you've got to be careful running through, but it's actually going to get 2 kills instantly. Lovely entries from DevFox. We already know what this guy can do. He has been one of the stars of this lineup, and, well, that's not going to help things already for the CT side. They finally managed to get a round on the board after the pistols, and just look at the straight demolition coming out there. 2 instant kills, and straight away, you could just tell the CTs we have to save. There's no way they can try and do this one, and the puns are giving me cancer. Yeah, I deal with it. Downey at least going to be finding one more. That's just how I cast, buddy. I'm sorry. I can't help it. It's in my DNA. But, yeah, we're going to be seeing a couple of cleanup kills now coming in. They're going to try and get rid of all of these guns. And DevFox finishing the round out with a quad kill. Not going to make things easy at all. And actually, I just realized we've got that horrible little thing to get rid of the bindings. For anybody who doesn't know, you can actually remove this little bar here just by typing this command. There you go. See? Lovely. That's one of the only commands I actually remember, but now we're actually going to see the CT side. They're on a complete eco. Nothing saved in the previous round. They finally managed to get around And, well, Escape just going, no, that's it. They switch up the pace. And that's actually one of, funnily enough, it is one of the most effective strategies on this map, where it's just rush B. Obviously, they did it a little bit better than the guys in matchmaking who just scream at you for stopping, but they threw all the smokes in, blinded up pretty much everybody on the site, and then they just went, okay, DevFox, you're going to run in and kill everyone. Darty, though, great positioning. He's going to use his teammate as bait a little bit, but it doesn't matter. He got a kill, grabbed an AK as well. And it does actually seem in these rounds where the T's play slower, they're a little bit more vulnerable. Those 6 rounds already on the T side of overpass. It's not looking good for the Metapod guys, and well, they really need to step up their game at the moment. In the next round, they'll be coming in with a fairly decent buy, obviously adding 1900 to everything they have. It will allow Darty to get a glass cannon or if he wants. He's not going to be able to save that AK for very long now. And actually, they do just have a lurker of Flashy over towards, so there is a chance to save a rifle here. And actually, it looks like they're rotating players away from the A side, so this sort of bait and switch style from the T side is working out very nicely. There's only going to be one player here. It is Downey with a D. We know the power of the D. Going to be getting one. Nice shot from him. Going to keep going. Still alive somehow. He is getting closed down though, and no more magic from him. And in the meantime, Flashy just going to go, okay, that's enough of that, guys. We want to keep 3 players alive. And now, well, they're going to be coming back in with the buy. I don't think we'll be seeing... No, there's no way they can even afford an AWP in the end, so... Unfortunately for them, it is only going to be rifles, although the rifles... you still got to love the rifles. But yeah, we're going to be seeing, again, the buy coming in for both sides. However, it is slightly limited, but that nade is going to do a nice amount of damage to Maeve. Not going to allow him to run up to those M4s, take a bullet to the head and continue on his way. He will be out of the round, and that's always, for me anyway, that little addition with the nades is even if you only do 10, 20 damage, you gotta remember that this means that if you hit someone in the head, they're dead. And in the pro scene, for me, like, that's one of the most brutal things when you see someone dink someone and it just doesn't pay off. Obviously, in this scenario, Darty, he's going to be finding that entry kill. Actually opting not to pick up the AWP, and Flashy with a bit of a miss spray, not going to be finding that kill as of yet. Looking for support, but Slap actually holding down the positions behind him. And Darty, well, he is now in a little bit of an awkward scenario. He's got players pushing him from both directions. Really, he needs some sort of support here, using the smoke to at least save him a little bit of time. But DevFox, he doesn't really care at all. Though Darty actually manages to find one. They don't check the corner, but Slap, he's going to find another one. DevFox actually was the one to go down, and now Slap needs to ace to bring this round back. Actually, decent positioning has paid off very well for the CT side. I'm not sure what they really expected there, because Darty, there weren't actually many positions he could have moved to, and considering 2 of them pushed down and neither of them really checked that corner, it seems a little bit odd. Maybe it was DeadFox who actually looked in that direction and I just missed it on the screen, but the fact that he managed to get a kill and then tag down Slap so low as well just seems a little bit ludicrous to me. And well, there's not a lot of time left. He's either got to go for the play or die. Well, go for the save or die, and he goes to try and make something of the round. As said, they still have a little bit of money backed up. Barber should be able to drop for his teammate, which will mean that they will have a full bite into this round. And actually, you do have to remember, the CTs, even losing players in this scenario does mean they have to rebuy. And, well, how did they keep? They kept 2 alive there? Yeah, 2 players buying for 3 is still not positive economy. So they're actually going to be coming out with a slightly better buy. They will have a FAMAS still onto decent, but, well, as his name suggests, it's still a decent rifle. And I don't feel like they're going to be too worried about their economy. It's more the scoreline that they have to start to worry about. 7 rounds already for Escape. As said, this is a map where there is definitely the potential to get plenty of rounds on the C side. You see teams like, well, Astralis can do it, but then they're phenomenal at that CT side as well. So it's sort of down to the team themselves. We don't know how Torpedo are actually going to opt into this one. Most teams normally pick it because they're particularly good at one of the sides. Let's just hold out hope that theirs is the T side, because otherwise they will be in a little bit of trouble going into the next half with already losing 7 rounds. And you got to remember, there's still, what, 4 rounds left if you include this one. And if any of those, I feel, go to Escape, they're going to be so happy going into the next half. I feel like they'll already be confident. But, yeah, it will come down to the economy as such. If Barber or DevFox get onto the AWP early on that CT side, I don't feel like there's much coming back from that. Dev Fox in holding positions is just so deadly. He could take out like 3 players on his own, or go for that aggressive peek, which is something he's also very good at. So it's going to be mainly up to Metapods to try and hold that economy game down. And if not, we'll go on to Mirage. And when we get to Mirage, I'm not sure I can see that going any other way than towards Escape. Although I would say Torpedo slash Metapods are not a bad Mirage team, but in the meantime we're going to be seeing the push coming in. These are going to go pushing straight through the smoke, and in a matter of seconds nearly every single one of their players are dead. And it just seems like this happens every single time they win a round. I'm not quite sure what happens in their mind. Either that or their opponents just go, oh, we lost a round. Maybe we should just kill everyone. That's a great strategy. Let's try that one. And they just do it. They just walk in. They play sort of methodically. They throw all their smokes in. And it just seems like the second those smokes land, we just see Metapods go, I really don't know what to do now. And like you saw there, was it Downey? Jumped straight through a smoke into a player. And you just think, yes, there's the idea that you don't want to let them get the plant, but you had to expect there was more than one player there when there were still 4 players alive. Like, oh, no, surely behind this one smoke, there's going to be 1 player, right? 1 and 1, yeah, you know, that's how mathematics work. No. Silly mistake. Handed away a kill, and to be honest, he was one of the most forward players as well. However, in this position, they have gone for a force buy. They're trying to get their economy back as quickly as they possibly can. They managed to do this. Actually, yeah, they managed to do it in the second round, where they actually pulled off a comeback after the pistol, but this is not the same scenario. You look at the buy that's actually coming out now for the T side. There's a lot of heavy artillery. You also have a Molotov on every single player except Flashy, which against pistols, it just makes things so difficult, because the whole idea with the pistol is you want to be hiding close range, unless you've got a Deagle, of course, and you're Nico and you can just take headshots from anywhere. But you want to be hiding relatively close so you can find those close range headshots. That's where the pistols are most deadly, and a Molotov just ruins that. And, well, we're going to see some aggression coming out. Darty actually going to tag his opponent relatively low, but take a huge hit himself. However, damage is always nice when you're using those pistols. Decent going to find Maeve, so it isn't even trade so far. A lot of health actually being lost at the moment from the T side, so there is still a chance for the CTs, and this is a crucial round for them, to say the least. They've already lost the half on the favoured side. The side which they did choose as well. Flashbang going to be popped out. Zemni in a perfect position. Going to find 1 and 2. That's a nice start to the round for them. But it's going to be down to Downey here. Perfect positioning. Going to miss the shot. Flashy actually going to go aggressive. He was low on HP and only 1 bullet was needed to connect there. And that would have been, well, a chance in this round. Obviously, it's expected he would have been traded by DevFox, but well, now Ada, he's going to be in a difficult scenario. DevFox is going to be the one that he needs to find quickly. Never mind, he finds 1, needs to hit the headshot, doesn't manage to do it. And that's going to be 9-4, an escape. They really are looking dominant and, well, running through a Molotov to try and save the AWP. As said, they've got so much cash, but, yeah, guys, don't forget, in the description, you can always check out some of our sponsors. I have been told that Esports Pool are actually doing sort of, I think it's like giveaways for the, subscribers to Star Ladder, so well, check that one out. Obviously don't quote me on that, you could just go to their website, it'll tell you everything you need to know, which is always nice. Thank you to them. And also, if you just want to play some fantasy esports, I have actually used that website before, like, no word of a lie, no word of an advertisement, I just used that before, which is always good. But anyway, we're going to be seeing, again, it's going to be an eco coming out from Metapods, and this has been sort of the story of their half. They haven't been able to win consecutive rounds. It's just come to points where loads of damage has been done to their economy every time, and Escape have just got themselves into a position where it's like, yeah, we're on the T side, we can afford to lose 1 round and then win 2 or 3, and that's, well, apart from the force buy that they won in the second round, which you sort of, if you win that force buy, you expect to win the next round because you've just boosted your economy so much. Apart from that, there really hasn't been too much coming out for them. There's been nothing like really interesting. It's just been that 1 round where you see sort of Escape go, okay, let's try and switch things up a little bit. Let's play very, very slowly, and they get picked apart by pistols. That's really been the only way. Or you see some aggression coming out from Metapods where they play some really weird angles, like having 2 players up next to each other and connector, and it catches out a couple of players. They're the sort of rounds they've actually been winning. And the rounds where it's actually guns in play and they're playing their normal defaults, it's just not worked. That's pretty much all you can really say about it. It's just, oh, no, it hasn't paid off for them. They haven't been able to make any real impact in the rounds, and when it comes down to any clutch situations, they've lost. So, Well, not quite sure. I think they're going for exits at this point, but 2 players with just USPs, they might as well go for something. They try and do a bit of damage. If nothing else, there's nothing really to save except for Zendy with the 5-7. But even that, I think if he got 1 kill off that, he'd paid for half of it. So I'm not quite sure whether that was really worth saving. Although going into the last round, I don't think there was any real chance of them resetting the economy of the T's. So yeah, just looking at the scoreboard at the moment, it looks like pretty much everybody is performing at the moment on the escape side. It is Maeve at the bottom of the board, but to be honest, in games like this, someone has to be at the bottom. I don't think Maeve is really going to care. So 10-4, absolutely brilliant showing so far from Escape, and we're going to have to see some pretty phenomenal stuff coming out, to be honest, from Metapods on that side. They're going to at least need to bring themselves on 9-5. Getting up to 11 already would mean that the pistol could actually lose them the game. Nice counter flashes coming in, but nobody really actually benefiting from these pushes, and Flashy's actually come out of the smoke and just found the entry kill as well. It is Downey, it wasn't but the last round is the last round. You finding kills is finding kills, and Zende at least going to find one, but the trades have just been so effective for Escape. The flashbang going to be coming out, going to push Decent into a worse position, but he does manage to find himself the kill. Barber still doing work with that AWP, and it's now a 2 versus 3 retake. No kits in play for the CT side. Decent getting tagged very low. Slap gonna almost find actually. Darty does find the kill in the end, but just look at the HP. 23 HP between them. Surely there's nothing they can do in this. And well, in the end, DevFox, he adds to his collection of kills. Currently 18-6 playing. Well, this is sort of the DevFox where I feel like if he played like this, he could challenge like tier 1 teams. He's just walking around killing people at the moment, finding 4 kills in rounds where he definitely shouldn't be finding even, well, probably even 2. So yeah, this is the sort of DevFox where he gets scary, and I feel like a team like Metapods, there's just nothing they can do about this. They definitely have players who are skilled, but up to the standard of DevFox, I'm not so sure. He is a player who sort of has just come out of, I think, the Bulgarian scene. You're just like, oh, this guy's actually pretty good. So yeah, Escape currently dominating. If they win this pistol, I think this map is well and truly over. Of course, it is a best of 3. There is still more maps to come, but well, we got a long way to go before we can really say that Metapods have got back into this one. We do have Slap with the kit, so they aren't just going for the straight up pistol aim. We're going to see Maeve going aggressive at the moment, and Darty actually has a Molotov as well, so I'm intrigued to see where this one's actually going to go. I quite like this. We've seen some long aggression come out straight away from the CT side, just to see if there's anybody actually pushing in that direction. Now they're falling back once they've gained a little bit of info, but they did only spot 1 player, and Flashy now going all the way around B in the same scenario, so it looks like the CT side, oh, Barber just finding a nice headshot, but the CT side, they are looking for info, and I'm not quite sure how it's happened where the bomb has ended up on his own and now they've got to try and retrieve it, because it's just going to get into a position where the T's are going to have to win some ridiculous aim duels to get that bomb back. 3 versus 1, Decent in a horrible scenario, and I just don't really know what happened there. Like, why? I get once your teammate dies, you want to trade that frag, but why did he then go and push through that? I feel like the second they saw the bomb, he should have just run away and got to his teammates, try and get it into a position. And the second he went down, that was it. He's from Hungary. Okay, well that is just me not being able to read flags. Sorry. Sorry if I've offended anyone from Hungary, but that's because when it comes to knowledge of geography, I am slightly disabled. So yeah, we're going to be seeing the buy coming in from the CT side. No expected, and the no surprise, maybe. That's expected. I kind of put the phrases together somehow. My English, of course, isn't very good, even though I am English, as most of you can probably tell. But yeah, there is going to be a nice entry kill. DevFox is going to go down. That's actually going to give an M4 over to Zendy as well, so they do have a chance this round. Of course, all of them have bought up armor. As said, it's expected just because of the fact that they are literally up against the wall at this point. They need to try and win this force buy round. Slap also playing with the scoop, and well, doing that jump spot sort of thing again. We're going to see Downey with another nice kill. Flashy actually going aggressive here, and well, this does look like the frags are slowly being given away to the T side. They've got to be careful not to just throw this game. Obviously, it is only very early on. They are on the favoured side. I'm not sure they're going to be too worried about this yet. And, well, this round definitely isn't over. And somehow Barber just manages to get right up the behind of Decent. And, well, that's not how he expected to die, I imagine. It's pure aggression coming out from the CTs at the moment. Clearly not showing very much respect. Slap. He's going to have a hell of a job to do, but that's a nice way to start things off. Going to be finding one, at least an even trade, but you actually look at the weaponry, it's relatively even at this point. The only thing that does benefit the CT side is the HP. There isn't currently a kit on either of the remaining players. Barber with a bit of a fail flash. Are they going to check this position? Downing. Nice flashbang out. He's going to find the first kill, and now it's all down to the MP9 of Barber. There is the M4 on the floor. M4 to the floor, I was sure. Yep, it's right there. Still not picking it up. He's actually going to smoke the bomb. Quite a clever strategy, actually, but he doesn't realize there's a player behind him. This is going to make things pretty much impossible. Going to go aggressive, and actually Zendi going to get the kill. So, actually quite surprising. Those M4s had very, very little impact. We saw Dead Fox finding one kill at the beginning of the round, but that was about it. So, to say the least, this is... I'm not sure. They need a montage and they'll turn into a butterfly. Oh god. Wait, did you say butterfly or butterfree? You said butterfly. You didn't reference Pokemon, you failed me. But anyway, we're going to be seeing the force buy coming in from the CT side. They have plenty of rounds to play with, so I can definitely understand the idea to try and get straight back onto the bus or the horse, whichever analogy you want to take from that one. They are playing actually fairly aggressive at this point. We're going to be seeing a couple of players pushed up into toilets just to try and find that entry kill and then fall back and sort of leave the team in a position where they can get worried. And Darty, he's not going to go for that jump again, taking down to 66 health. Going to be seeing also the CZ and the Scout actually going to be boosted up as well. This does give them quite a lot of vision. Actually, no, he's gone for the... No, it's not the Scout who's boosted up. The Scout has gone over, so they've actually got quite a lot of players dedicated over towards his side at the moment. Barber's going to be the one with the Deeg. Doesn't realise there's a player currently below him. And the second down he opens that door... Oh, is he not going to look at the right time? He's heard him. He must have heard him. And there's going to be the smoke. Now we may be seeing a push coming in. We're going to see Slap go down. And now the boost. It has fallen apart, but Barber finds the kill nonetheless. The CZ doing a bit of damage as well. Not going to be finding any more kills as of yet. The Scout has been taken care of. And now it's all down to the Deegs. Barber the only one with any real... Well, anything real to lose. It may just be a better idea to try and save this into the next round, but it does look like they're going to challenge. They have plenty of rounds. Not going to be paying off with that boost as of yet. But to be honest, this doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere. And Metapods, they should be finding their 6th round on the board. As said, if they can keep the economy low for the CT side, there is still a chance. Have to be careful there. Adder actually... Well, to be honest, he could just leave at this point. Just try and stop them getting anywhere near the bomb. Because he's not really going to gain too much. They don't have a huge amount to lose. And Darty, just at the end, just going to go, I'm just going to spray my P90 a little bit. Try and scare you back into submission. But, well, in the end, a couple of Deagles saved. But a decent round. 4 players surviving. That's all Metapods really wanted at this stage. Get themselves back on that ladder. And, well, they've got to try and continue into this one. But as suspected, they have now forced an eco to come out. Well, as close as you'll get to an eco with the Escape Gaming guys. You see a Deagle come out pretty much every single time. It's almost expected. And where is this going? Did he just slide down? That was quite a cool little Molotov there. I'm not sure if the FPS just dropped a little bit and that's why it looked like he slid down. But that was quite nice. I don't know where it went. I probably should have clicked the Alt key, but I didn't. And we actually saw a complete rush coming through towards long, stacking towards that A site, and instead now it's just going to be a field day for Downey. 1 kill, 2 kills, that's already $1,200 into the bank. Can he find anything more? Doesn't look like it as of yet. They're not really pushing him too much. Barber going to go with the Deeg. And, well, he won't make as much money off that Tech 9, so... Go back to the... Oh, never mind. Barber going to rip his head off. And they're going to be waiting in behind, but as said, as long as they keep all these rifles on the board, they're going to be happy. We also see Downey pretty much pay for his weapon. Oh, actually, he did pay for his weapon, 1,200 on the dot. I think. Oh, is it 1,200 or 1,250? No, 1,250 is the MP9. But yeah, we're going to be going into the next round. As said, this is the round that will actually see whether or not there's a chance for Metapods to come back into this one. They do have an awfully long way to go, but it's still possible. As said, you always see teams pick a map that they're relatively good on one of the sides. And yes, guys, if you can't hear me moving, I'm just getting some tissues because cold. I have a cold. But now we're going to be seeing, again, what looks like some slight aggression. We haven't seen that sort of ballsy AWP play, which I love as of yet, where somebody just jumps into party and goes for that early peek. Obviously, we haven't seen an AWP yet on escape on the CT side, so yeah, it's definitely something that could come in later on. On the opposing side, we still have the P90 onto Downey, but that's not really going to worry him too much. As said, well, actually, it could work quite nicely because there are 4 players without any head armor, which means a bullet to the head from that P90 up close would be absolutely wonderful. You could just run in and spray down 4 players. So, yeah, keeping that one. We have actually seen players keep that in the past, get right. Probably the connoisseur, as I'd like to say, of the P90. Him and, actually, Flusher pulled it out a while ago. Now he's actually switched over to the UMP. I think a lot of people have. Markelov, another player who likes the But at the moment, it's just quite slow play coming out from the T side. Not really trying to challenge too much, although 40 seconds left on the clock. They do have to start to make their move here. And there's still a few names, actually. DevFox got himself a Molotov that he can throw down, so that's going to buy them another 5 seconds unless they decide to go through it, using counter flashes as well. And actually, these positions from the CTs are very, very nice. A great start. DevFox slows down the push a little bit more. 20 seconds left on the clock, although they should be able to get this bomb down now. They have cleared out the majority of the positions, and even though it was left very late, that's actually a nice round coming out in the end. We're going to see the boost coming up here. What a position coming out from Maeve, and the spray control as well. Finds both players, and that's actually great work from him, but unfortunately, there's no kit. So they're going to have to try and find these kills, and both these players are rotating away. I don't know if there was a kill on the floor somewhere, but we didn't see anybody pick one up, so at the moment, even though that was a nice play coming out from Maeve, I feel like it may just be in vain. Surely Barber's not actually going for that. No, he's not. And now he's actually going to have to opt to save. And, well, a nice round. I actually really like the play that came out there from Metapods. They just burnt out pretty much all the utility, waited for Escape to throw everything, and then just came in with a wall of smokes. But, Maeve almost turned that one round. He jumped up on the box, and I think he spotted the player down below him and decided to spray the one far away and flick back. And that actually worked out perfectly. Unfortunately for him, no kits in play. Just meant that this was nigh on impossible. And now, well, Barber's actually going to buy one up. But it's sort of like the power of hindsight where you say, if only you had that last round. And, well, no surprises. He will be buying up a little bit here. He did save in the last round. They will be coming in with a buy in the next, but again, we still haven't seen that AWP. They've now lost 4 rounds in a row. In the next, they'll be getting 3,400. So it will mean an AWP can definitely come into play onto DevFox if he wants it. Barber, he's going to be able to buy no matter what if they lose. But, well, it's likely they'll lose unless somebody can pull out some impressive play. Flashy actually bought up a CZ and Kevlar. Nothing will come of it as of yet. And now we're going to be seeing the push here. And what I'd actually quite like to see is possibly someone bait for Barber to try and be able to get him a kill. And oh, just timing there. Absolutely unfortunate. Barber will find one, but to be honest, the kill was only really valuable when there were other players alive and they were able to get themselves an AK or something into the next round. Now that they've all died, really, Barber, he's just got to try and save his gun because he doesn't have a huge amount of cash. But, yeah. It really is unfortunate. That kit not being available in the last round. Obviously, without the kit, it was pretty much impossible for them to try and defuse that bomb. And now Barber going down. As said, he will have enough to buy into this round. He got a kill as well, which will add some money. But now I want to see if they actually do bring in that AWP. And instead, they actually bring in 2. So really switching things up drastically. Not even going for 1, but straight up 2 orbs. And this is something we see from their CT side on Mirage as well. So I'm not surprised by this at all. I didn't think it would come in straight away. I thought they'd go for a single one initially. But are we seeing... what sort of aggression are we actually seeing here? It's going towards long. This is, for me... this may just be because I like seeing someone boosted up into party or jumping into party and going for that early pick. But going towards long is just so boring. I want to see you go for that aggressive peak. This position is quite a nice one, boosted up onto just behind the sign. But, well, we've already seen there's actually a boost that does counter that. And, of course, there's always the other AWP going down on the other side, which isn't going to help. We're going to see Slap, however, trade one back. So a 4 versus 4 always does favour that T side on most occasions, just because it splits the defense a little bit more. However, the rotations are fairly quick in this scenario, and it looks like we're getting some slight aggression as well towards the B side, so that aggression can be even sooner if they do decide to go towards A. And, well, at the moment, I feel like the T's are sort of undecided. We've seen them in the previous round take things very, very slow. Darty actually going to get tagged down to 10 HP. And now it does look like the rotation for the majority of the players is going back towards the B site. However, the bomb quite far behind here. So 40 seconds. They've got to be careful that if they do start to run out of time, they're ready to make that play. Obviously, we saw on the A site, they timed everything perfectly. It was wonderful. They got the smokes down, got the bomb plant with plenty of time to spare. But Slap's position, very nice, but he misses the shot. Decent going to find one. And now, this is going to come down a lot to what Flashy can do here. If they're going to have any chance in this round, he needs to find 1, possibly 2 kills. And the main thing is time as well. And well, he's not even going to be able to stop the bomb. There's no chance here. We're going to be seeing that nade, though. What? Deadfox throws a nade. Find another kill in the meantime. And he stops the... What? Okay, never mind. I was wrong. No, Flashy, you weren't needed. Because obviously Deadfox has his AWP, and that basically means that the Lord has returned, the prodigal son. Is this a joke? No, this is something that genuinely irritates me. So, Deadfox gets a triple kill with the AWP on a retake, and they then hand it over to Barber like, here you go. I know that could just be like, he doesn't want to play it, and well, never mind, but at the same time, you just think, but why? Lovely stuff in the end for Deadfox, but I have no idea. I have no idea. Barber actually going to find another one, so maybe I'm completely wrong again, but just, it seems odd when you have a player who will hit 3 shots, do a lovely retake, and then just go, oh, here you go, Barber, you can have the AWP. But in this scenario, Barber has actually done some great work. Found 2 entry kills. We're going to see Decent find 1 back and a second, actually. Although Barber's still holding things down. Going to find himself a 4th. And is he going to completely prove me wrong? Not quite. It's going to be Downey to shut him down. A 1 versus 2 scenario. But, well, I think Barber did just about enough to kind of prove that he should have had that AWP in that round. Deadfox going to be going for the retake. Downey really does need to win this round because... Yes, he can buy in the next round, but this will be going to 14 now, and if Escape start to get momentum going, that's where things can definitely get scary, and bringing in those AWPs has definitely made a huge difference to the way they've been playing. Slight fake out coming in from Downey, trying to be able to get himself that plant. I'm not actually sure quite where Maeve is playing in this scenario. It looks like he's playing up against the wall, so you can possibly hear that bomb plant when it goes down. He's going to hear the smoke. Don't know if he's worked out exactly where that is, but it does look like his teammates coming in to help him as well. Downey really is taking his time. He's actually picked up the AWP as well, so going for a sort of pick style of play, but now he's got to get that bomb down, and this is where the retake will be coming in. It's going to be difficult for him. I wonder if he will opt to pick up the M4 back, but he's got players pincering in from both directions. This is going to make things very, very difficult. Actually, Maeve shooting a bullet does give away his position, but the flashbang completely going to blind him up, and that's a nice shot from Downey. Can he find himself the second one? He knows exactly where Maeve is. The smoke going to go down. Lovely stuff from Downey, playing that one perfectly. He finds both kills, and he gives his team a lifeline. Metapods survive 1 more round. That was lovely stuff from him. Just taking down that first player. I'm not quite sure what Maeve was doing there. It just seemed a little bit odd, but in that fact, it's the exact same scenario we saw on the opposing side. 5 rounds in a row, then the 1 round comes in, then they get reset, and now... Well, Metapods, they definitely have a chance to bring this one back. As said, I was wondering which was the side that they favored. By the looks of it, they are pretty good on this T side at the moment. Already with 6 rounds. Already 2 more than what they got in the previous half on arguably the unfavored side. So, definitely looking much, much better for them. But they do have a long, long way to go. As said, they need 6 more rounds. Escape, they need 3. And I feel like, really, the fact that Barber managed to get 4 kills there and they lost the round, it's a little bit worrying, especially in a 1 versus 2, but Darty, his position here, if that door opens, he's just gonna... Yeah, that was inevitable, to be honest. Just holding slow at the moment. They've got no reason to go aggressive. They're up against pistols. And there's really not a huge amount they can really hope to do here, so... Drop a gun, possibly try and save something into the next round. That's the main plan here. But you got to remember that before they were playing with AWPs, now there really isn't much chance of that. 1900 going into the next round, unless Maeve wants to pick one up and then, or give it and then go glass cannon rifle or something. It just seems ridiculous. And while Deadfox not going to be able to close down that kill either, so things aren't looking too good at the moment. And you have to remember, momentum is a very powerful thing in Counter-Strike. would say this game is over until one of these teams hits 16s, and even then, we have a second map to come in. But so far, no real damage being done. Maybe able to find one here, but no. It's going to be 11-13, and that's, well, apart from that one round in the middle, that's actually, what, 7 rounds now in this half? Metapod's looking strong, so I definitely wouldn't rule them out just yet, but I don't know. I don't know what's really going on. We saw a very dominant T side coming out, and possibly just not that practice on the opposing side at the moment. The only real rounds that shone were Barber picking up a 4K and the nice retake, and that does, you sort of think about, the retake. That means this bomb still went down. So even in the scenario where they won the round, or was it? Oh no, wait, he stopped it with that nade, didn't he? It was just about to go down. So yeah, even in the round they won, it was very, very close and came into an individual play. So you do have to sort of wonder at this point, is the team play from Escape a little bit off on this map? Because it doesn't look like they're particularly playing as a team. As said, the closest rounds, the winning rounds, have been individual, or the winning round have been individual plays. It hasn't been like the sort of crossfires that you expect to see, or players like pot flashing or doing boosts. This map is very, very effective when it comes to boosts. We did see them try one early on, but that was when Barber had a deagle and they're up against a 4x. It's not really the same, so definitely looking for Escape to sort of change their tune. As I said, there's still the possibility for a pause. I do think that if it gets any much worse than this, they should try it and call one in to try and slow down the momentum for sure, and just to sort of reset themselves, pick up the sort of place where they left off on the T side. But well, either that or maybe Torpedo just picked this because they knew the CT side was weak for Escape. Either way, it looks like this map is going to be a lot closer than I initially thought. And well, DevFox's position is one that you'd expect most teams to check, but not always the case. Getting very, very close to that smoke. He's actually going to hear the footsteps, and Dark's got to be careful here. And I've just realised how late they've left this in the time. Decent going to manage to get the bomb down just in the smoke. Barber going to be finding one more as well, though. So this is actually a 3 versus 2 now. Nice work coming out from the CT side. However, this is that same position again. The bomb's in such a good place, and there's no kit on the CT side. So even though they've managed to get this into a decent position, they've got to find these kills. And Zende, they must know where he is. Barber, he's got to find this kill. He's going to lose that battle. Flashy will take him down, though, and that's actually going to be the second round on the board. But look how close it went in the end. And, well, they really did let the time play down there, Metapods. They are sort of trying to play that sort of Luminosity Na'Vi style of play where they just leave things to the very last second, and instead, well, they got the bomb down to say the least, but what, Downey was just sat in the smoke, just planting. It just seems so very dangerous. And in the end, this time, we didn't see the same mistake. This time, it's just like, no, we're going aggressive. We're taking you on. We're not going to sit here and wait for the bomb and wait for you to peek. And, well, now we see Escape finally get to their 14th round. The long-awaited 14th round. But, of course, the T's are still going to be able to buy. And they do actually have a fair bit of money saved still. So, don't want to be seeing another reset. Otherwise, Escape really could let this one go all the way back. And at the moment, well, they do now have 3 kits. Just for anybody wondering, they picked up 3 kits. And I do feel like that's important because it has been now a round. Well, the last round could have gone in the same fashion if they weren't very, very quick getting those kills. So, going to be seeing the flashbang coming out. Still no AWP onto that CT side. I think apart from that double AWP, I think that was it, wasn't it? Well, Barber picked it up in the next round, but it was the same AWP that they saved. May have got to be very careful here. That flashbang actually going to give away the position, and the bomb's dropped in towards him. He found himself another kill, looking for the third as well. Going to go with a pistol. Downey will take him down, but a lot of damage done already by Maeve. That's a great start to the round. Now, it's going to be down to DevFox. The smoke in position. Downey going to go for the jumping spray, but they now know he's there. And this position is one that, well, not the easiest position in the world to defend with. Zende actually going to pop out and find Barber as well, spraying wildly through the smoke. And now they've actually managed to bring this back to a 3v3. Maeve will be livid if this one goes the other way. However, Slap going to find one. Downey also low on HP. DevFox going aggressive, going for the jumping pistol. He really wants this kill. Picking up the AK, going to continue on. He finds it. Now Zende, 1 versus 2. He knows the position of DevFox. He knows the position of the bomb. The only thing he doesn't know is the position of Flashy, who's actually going to give that away with a little bit of a spray as well. Not a lot of time left. That really is going to make things difficult. He's going to have to go relatively quickly for this bomb plant. The crossfire should be ready. And yeah, that's it. 15 to 11. The final buy will be coming in, or possibly the final buy from Metapods. And, well, really, I feel like if they, like 16-11 for them is not bad, considering how badly the first half went. But considering how this second half went, you sort of think, oh, no, maybe they deserve a little bit more. Like, Downey's been playing very well. Actually, most of their team has stepped up decent still. Not having the best game, to say the least, but it really has just come down to, well, DevFox. DevFox up there, 26, 72 points. It's him versus Downey, and then you sort of get down the board, and it's just each player doing very slightly better on the Escape Gaming point at the moment. And, well, you sort of have to think, maybe if Metapods had a slightly better CT side, they could have actually taken this one, because their T side is clearly very reasonable. Like, 7 rounds, definitely would. Most teams would happily take that on a map like this. I know for sure that Astralis could easily win off 7 rounds on the T side, so possibly just need some work on that CT side, and this could definitely be one of their stronger maps in the pool. However, the map still isn't over as of yet. They don't have as many nades as before, though, and that was something that they did use very, very well. They do have enough Molotovs to get onto the site, though. Going to try and use the smoke over. Defog's going to be finding one. Decent will quickly trade. Going to be taken down by Maeve as well, though, and these are just quick kills. Maeve doing more and more work. Darty, Zendi going to be finding a couple of kills, and now, well, they are the 2 remaining players left. It's going to be Barber and Flashy, both with a kit. That nade gonna not actually find anyone, but it will be the kill nonetheless. And now it's going to be down to Darty, a 1 versus 2. They both have kits. He's going to completely switch out his position. There's actually no nades on any player, so this is all going to come down to mind games and aim. And that's going to be the first. Nice work from Darty. Flashy going to go straight for that kill, and Barber is going to close this one out with a Molotov. And yeah, I feel like Darty just got a little bit unlucky there. Trapped between a rock and a hard place. He had to choose between burning alive or getting shot in the face. He chose the fire. And that is going to be map number 1, guys. Don't forget, we are coming back with Mirage. If you did enjoy this casting, even though I do have a cold, you can check !caster. That will take me to my Twitter, take you to my Twitter. Don't forget to check out Esports Pools, EGB, CSGO Fast, and LiveCap. LiveCap's actually pretty cool. But as I said, we'll be back for Mirage relatively shortly. Make sure you don't go anywhere, and enjoy the music while you wait.